What is the matrix? How do you break out of the matrix? And if you're a believer, should you believe in the matrix? So I am a believer and I 110% believe in the matrix. But what exactly is it, and why should it be important to anybody who is seeking the Most High and understanding what it is? A lot of people will consider this type of information conspiracy theory. And if that's you, just go ahead and scroll along. Like, if you don't believe in this stuff, it is what it is. But the first thing I want to say when I speak on this is everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. I'm going to always say that because everything is spiritual. I don't care how unserious the situation is, how unserious a little topic is. Everything is spiritual. Take it there a million times. I don't care how many people tell you that you're doing too much when you think that something is spiritual and they're like, it's not that serious. Everything is spiritual. So with that being said, the number one thing I want people to understand when it comes down to the topic and the whole conspiracy thing of what the matrix is the enemy, Satan, has a plan, just like Yah has a plan. And in the Bible, it tells us how Satan wants to be just like the Most High. So he imitates everything that the Most High has already created, but he perverts it in his own way. So when we're thinking about the matrix and trying to get a better understanding of what the matrix is, I want people to understand Yah is omnipotent. Omnipotent. I can't say that word for the life of me. I can read it, but I always put the speaking word. You know what I mean? He's all-knowing. He's all-powerful. There's absolutely nothing that Yah cannot do when it comes down to his abilities. He knows our every thought. He's outside of time and space. He knows the future, the past, the present. He's outside of it. He can see everything. He knows everything. He knows what we're thinking. He knows what's going to happen. So one thing about Satan is he's not. He doesn't have that intimacy with creation like the Most High does. However, he tries his hardest to be like the Most High. So when we're talking about the matrix, what is the matrix? The matrix is literally an unseen system that is literally in our faces. It is in plain sight, but we don't even realize what it is. It is our systems down from political views and the political system, our education system, science, what else? Religion, anything that literally forms our way of thinking and alters our belief system is a form of the matrix. And when people are, this is a lot of what the conspiracy theorists will say, when you're not a free thinker and when you can't think for yourself, you're stuck in the matrix. But the thing is, how do you get out of the matrix? The first step is understanding what the matrix is. So me mentioning God is all-knowing, he's all-powerful, he knows our thoughts, he knows what we're going to do, he knows everything about us. Satan does not. His abilities, his power is very limited. So for him to try to imitate the Most High, for him to try to be all-knowing and understand our thoughts, understand our moves, and influence us, he has to create a system that is influencing us. And today, what is one of those systems that are used by the elite to influence us and understand our way of thinking? AI, social media, Google ads, all of our database that's on our phone. When you get on Facebook, you know where it says what's on your mind? When you're typing in a certain status, when you're typing in certain thoughts, that's giving the algorithm a bit of your mind and a good look at what interests you and what is going to pique your interest as they push more ads and more influence your way. Another form of the system in the matrix is the music we listen to. When we're listening to music, I've been said this, the music that we listen to is pretty much casting spells. It's affirming the lyrics over and over and over again. And for you to know the lyrics to music, you have to listen to a song over and over and over and over again so that you could even remember and learn those lyrics. So when you're affirming something and programming it into your mind, that's going to influence your thoughts. That's a form of the matrix. Another form of the matrix is our school systems. the things that we are learning in these schools, the things that are being put in these textbooks, the things that are being pushed with the curriculum, that is a form of the matrix. Because when you're programming a child's mind, first of all, the first 5 to 7 years of a child's life is the most important time that a child's development peaks, because they're like a sponge. So when we have all these systems in place and we got them in school and we're filling their minds up with all this information and indoctrinating them, we're giving them straight to the matrix. All of these systems, the political systems, we have the illusion that we're in a democracy and we're picking our presidents and our candidates, and that's false. They know exactly who they're going to put in office. But the only way that they can truly control us is by causing division and spewing out, not even diversity, like spewing out whatever they want out there, so that we have multiple different groups arguing and fighting with one another, whether it's men and women, Democrat, Republican, black, white, religious, not religious. They want the division because it keeps us distracted. Another form of the matrix is the entertainment industry. When you're going to concerts, football games, and all of these sports, that's a way of programming, and not only programming, but literally wasting your life and your time and your thinking space when you're going to these events. So that's just a quick rundown. So how does the matrix and this system correlate to who God is and what God knows, being an all-powerful, all-knowing God? When this system is in place, especially now with AI, with our algorithms, social media, our phones, when we're typing certain things in, when we're searching things, homes, type of schools, food, whatever we have interest in, this computer generated device is literally gathering up all of this information and creating a whole nother digital person who is us. And that's how we get all of these, products marketed to us that are to the T. That's how we get on the For You page, and there's videos that we're like, yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Like. The algorithm is getting to know you more and more as you use it, and it's pushing the content that it wants to feed you. So when we have a way of thinking, and each person is on their own phones, and each person is, having their database collected, they're not getting exposed to other sides and other truths outside of what the program is programming them to believe and to live like. So how do you break out of the matrix? The number one thing that I know about completely getting out of that is you're going to have to rewire your brain. You're going to have to completely rewire the way that you're thinking, and ask yourself why you like the things you do, why you believe in the things that you believe in, and if it is truly embedded in your heart, or if there's room for asking yourself, is this true? Is this not true? Is there another way to look at this particular situation that I've been indoctrinated to believe? When we talk about biblical stances, and when we talk about spirituality and, belief systems, when you read the word, the Bible tells us about a great delusion that will come upon us, and we will believe the lies in that delusion. And that is Satan's system. And when there's something called cognitive dissonance, where you could believe something your whole life, but when you get information that challenges those beliefs, and you start thinking maybe what I believed in my entire life is not true, it does something to our minds. And some people just don't want to accept that there's a possible different way of looking at things, or believing in something that they've believed in their whole life that may not be true. And that is okay. I feel like that is the start of breaking out of the matrix, that cognitive dissonance. When you start challenging your thoughts as to, whoa, there's other things that I've never been exposed to, and my way of thinking has been programmed this way, and there's possibly another way to see this situation, if that makes sense. So it gets deeper. It's in the nitty and the gritty. But if you're trying to understand what the matrix is and you want to understand how to break out, I think knowing that much is the start.